One death, it's a tragedy. 1 million deaths, it's statistics. This is a quote attributed to Joseph Stalin. Now, when I was reading the quote of Ursula von der Leyen, of what she said in that press conference on December 1st, 2021, from the stage of the European Commission, where she said, and I restate it, there are 150 million people in Europe who are not vaccinated. I was completely shocked. See, when we look at the citizens of the European Union, we see not 150 million people who are vaccinated and the others who might be vaccinated. We look at 400 million individuals, persons with basic fundamental rights, which have the right and the liberty, or should have at least, in the current European Union, to decide if they want to get a medical treatment or not. So this press conference of the President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, it's a turning point for the Western civilization in the European Union. When we talk about the Western civilization, we don't talk about a geographical place. We are talking about a set of values that created what we call today Occident or Western world, that everybody is referring to, that a lot of billions of people from around the world are trying to get here. This is the reason why we have the issue of the illegal immigration all over the place. Because this is the only place in the world that created and creates prosperity for people. And the reason why it's doing that is because it's accepting every person. And it is acknowledging these basic fundamental rights that we all have. This is the reason why people are not trying to run in China or in Russia, where you see dictatorships and tyrants. People from there are trying to come here because they are pursuing freedom. So what we heard on December 1st, this is changing. It's a game changer for everything related to the European Union. We've seen in the past 2 years and a half, since the current president of the Commission is leading the European Union, unbelievable attacks to the sovereignty of the member states of the European Union. But what we've seen now, and this is unprecedented, she's questioning, this is the problem, and I repeat, she is questioning the basic fundamental rights of every citizen, of every human being living inside of the European Union. Because if she's raising the issue, let's talk about the mandatory vaccine, let's have a discussion. Discussion about what? About forcing people to do something against their will, or to accept their freedom of choice. And as it is done always in these EU institutions, everything is a compromise. We've been part of the debates in the parliament. Everything that people say here, everything that majority of the people vote, is not a matter of right or wrong. No, let's have a compromise. What I'm asking the European citizens, where do you draw the line? Where do you compromise? How much of that power you want to give to the European Commission, to unelected bureaucrats, to decide against your will what to be vaccinated with in order to live a free citizen, if you can call it that way, you know, as Ivan said. So what she's doing right now, it is an attack to even the existence of the European Union. Because if you go in the Treaty of the European Union, Article 3 says the following, and I quote, "The Union shall offer its citizens an area of freedom, security, and justice." Freedom is not an abstract concept. Freedom, liberty, it's individual. It's personal. The government cannot say, well, you know, you have the choices between A and B. No, I want to be the one making those choices. You have to create for me an environment where I can exercise my right to choose. It's not you giving me options. It's me choosing my own options. So for us, it was mind-boggling to hear, even from the highest level in the EU, Ursula von der Leyen coming publicly and say, well, let's have a debate about it. Debate about stripping the basic fundamental rights of all the human beings living inside of the European Union. There's an article, another article in the Treaty of the European Union, Article 6, that says the following, and I quote, "The Union recognizes the rights, freedom, and principles set out in the Charter of Fundamental Rights of the European Union." And here's the first page of that charter. The first article is talking about human dignity. You see, it's not talking about the state. It's not talking about the Commission, about the Parliament, or the Council. The first article of this charter is emphasizing the role of human dignity and says human dignity is inviolable. It must be respected and protected. Article 2 is talking about the right of life. But Article 3, it says the following, and I quote, "Everyone has the right to respect for his or her physical and mental integrity. In the fields of medicine or biology, the following must be respected in particular: the free and informed consent of the person concerned according to the procedures laid down by the law." And I repeat that. The free and informed consent of the person. These are the basic values, the fundamental values that are the foundation of the European Union. Now, if she is challenging the foundation of this union, which was not based on institutions or governments, it was based on creating, as the treaty says, an area for its citizens, an area of freedom, security, and justice. Well, how can you have justice? How can you have security anymore if you are violating the basic fundamental rights of the EU citizens? I heard and I saw articles in the media saying, well, you know, some people from the right are contesting this. Look at us. I'm from the, let's say, the right side of the parliament. Christine is from the right. Francesca and Ivan are from the non-affiliate. But Stasis is from the left, Greens. See, it's not a matter of right or left. It's a matter of right and wrong. And clearly Ursula von der Leyen, what she's doing right now, is wrong for the European Union, and it is wrong for the people living inside of the European Union. The reason why we wanted to have this first press conference about what she said is just to raise these issues, and we can guarantee you that this will not be the last one in regards to this. And before I close, I want to say a few more things. This Sunday, I was present at a huge protest that took place here in Brussels. March for Freedom. Over 120,000 people, according to many people who counted everybody who was present there, participated at this meeting. I want to congratulate and thank everybody who participated at this meeting. Many people came from far away from Belgium and even from outside of Belgium. They came here in Brussels to march for freedom. These people wanted to be free. They want to make their own choices. I met in that group people who were not vaccinated, but I met people who were vaccinated. And I asked them, why are you protesting? Because I want to be free. I want to make my own choice. I don't want the government, the commission, or anybody else, especially unelected bureaucrats, to force me, to coerce me to do one thing or another. Nevertheless, I want to thank the firefighters who led the huge crowd. They've done an outstanding job. And unfortunately, they were met with water cannons in front of the European Commission. What shocked me when I got there, the European Commission was surrounded by barbed wires. So it was the Commission, a line of police officers, geared up for war, a barbed wire, and the people. We haven't seen this kind of images in the European Union. Us, that are from the East, we've seen it before, but not here. And since this will be the last press conference for this year, I want to tell all of you guys, do not be afraid. We are here to fight for you. Merry Christmas and God bless you. Thank you.